Hey friends, welcome back. Today we are going to make my famous pimento cheese. Nothing like a little pimento cheese sandwich in the summertime with a glass of sweet tea. We are going to first shred our cheese, and I wanted to show you this really cool cheese shredder that a friend of mine introduced me to, and I was like, I'm not going to buy one. I can just use the old shredder. And finally, I went to her house. I'm like, let me try it. So I'm going to show you how easy this is to put together, this cheese shredder. It has a base that you can release or you can lock. So I'm going to go ahead and lock it. This just slides right in, clicks. Came with some different shredding tools. This is the one we're going to use for today. Here's the handle, and that just clicks onto, and voila. Here's your little piece to put in the top, and you got your cheese shredder. The only thing I am going to tell you, because you know when I show you something, I want to be honest about it. I am left-handed. I would naturally turn my cheese shredder this way with my left hand. If you are right-handed, you will love this, but being left-handed, I have to kind of do it backwards because it has to turn this way. So you just have to make that decision if you want to, what I would say, go backwards, being left-handed to shred your cheese. I still love it. Obviously, I bought it because it takes less time to shred cheese in this than it does by hand. So, and the block just fits right in there, and I'm just going to show you how easy it is. I'm just going to hold it for now because obviously it's and just within a moment. I'm going to go ahead and use this little thing now. To take the handle off, there's a button right here. You just pop that, it comes off, push this out. I'm going to shake the rest of the cheese out of this. And then we've got 2 cups of cheese, and I don't know how many seconds was. The real reason I love this is because then this, and you push that button down, take this off, this all goes in the dishwasher. And I just love anything you can throw all pieces in the dishwasher. I've even put the handle in there because I've gotten it messy. So anyway, I love this. I will link it on Amazon for you. So if you need a new cheese shredder, it was 20 bucks, especially when you don't buy bagged cheese. I'm not somebody who buys bagged cheese. We shred all the cheese we eat in our household. So anyway, it's an awesome tool. So I'm just gonna throw this to the side. We've got our 2 cups of cheese, and we're going to make some pimento cheese. All right, so now that we've got all this beautiful cheese that we shredded in a minute's time, we're gonna put together pimento cheese. So you need a block of cream cheese. This is just a small batch here, and a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. And I don't know about you, but I'm a Duke's girl, so I use Duke's mayonnaise. If it's not Duke's, it would be homemade avocado mayonnaise. And I'm gonna cream these 2 things together so that that can be happy before we add in our spices. I like to use the paddle attachment and do it in the KitchenAid. It's just easier. Okay, now we're gonna add in our spices. When I do spices for a lot of recipes, I like to make them, you know, all the same if possible. So for this, it's 1/2 teaspoon, kind of a heaping half, I measure with my heart, teaspoon of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon measured with my heart of onion powder, and 1/2 teaspoon measured with my heart garlic powder. So we're gonna put those in, and I'm gonna go ahead and let those get happy real quick. Once that's happy, I'm gonna scrape down the sides of my bowl real quick. Pretty easy to scrape down just because it's already soft with the cream cheese and the mayonnaise. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my jalapenos. I keep the juice because I think it adds flavor. And my little secret ingredient is red wine vinegar. And so I just put about a tablespoon of that in there. And then we're gonna let that get happy. A loose mess right now, but it's gonna thicken up as we put the cheese. If you're someone who likes real thick pimento, add more cheese by all means. But I use about 2 cups, and because I like mine to spread and be soft. So I'm gonna add 2 cups, and look at that goodness. Woohoo! Beautiful. Now remember, when this gets cold, it's gonna set up because your cream cheese was soft. And so once that all gets happy in the refrigerator, that's gonna set up to a spreadable cold pimento cheese. Beautiful. You know, if you make this and you're the only one home to enjoy it, you can always jar it up and have a little blessing jar to give to somebody. And I know who exactly I'm gonna give one of these to. Anytime you cook, it's always fun to bless others. That's the joy of having the kitchen and bringing people in the kitchen and gathering together and gathering around the tables. So if you want a delicious sandwich, one of my favorite things is a pimento grilled cheese with bacon jam. So if you missed last week's video, go back, watch last week's bacon jam, and put that bacon jam and pimento together and a grilled cheese. You are gonna have a delicious meal. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy this. I will see you next time, and until then, go spread joy like soft butter on a hot biscuit. Toodles.